Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Dante. This is gonna be a bit of a weird video. I think this video is mostly, honestly, no, I don't think it is. This video is mostly for me, so I'm gonna keep it 100%. Just to kind of give my thoughts on things. I don't know if I'm pretty sure no one else has noticed really. So, but I have been gone for a little over a year now. Actually, it's a year now. Today's the 14th. It's 4:30 in the morning. So yeah. A lot of you don't know what happened, and if anybody stumbles across this video, I will explain. 2025 is probably the worst year I ever had. And that's saying something because I've been around for a minute. I'm not old, but I've been around for a while. I've seen a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but man, let me tell you, 2025, I could not sink no lower. I was at rock bottom. So, explain what happened. So it was 1 year ago today. I had the day off. And the thing is I treated it just like a normal day. I went and paid bills, got groceries. I was in my apartment. I'm in a different one now, and you'll understand why here in a minute. But and, I treated it like a normal day. Just did what it made, went home, I hugged my cat, played games, I recorded. And it wasn't until about around, I want to say 11:30, 11:45-ish, kind of, we get hit by a tornado. Well, we as in me. So, I think it was an EF3 or 4. I can't quite remember, to be 100% honest with you. I got no alarm. Like, my phone didn't even go off. I didn't even hear the alarms, like the sirens outside. I didn't even hear that. But what ended up happening, what tipped me off, was the fact that the electricity started flickering like real bad, like it was going off and on, off and on, off and on. And so I knew that something was gonna happen. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but something was gonna happen. So I got me and my cat into the bathroom. Well, as soon as I got into the shower and all that, that's when the NATO struck us down. And I'll have me, I'll have photos and all that stuff up just so y'all can see the damage and all that stuff. But in one of the photos you can see like where most of it was piled up, like the debris, and that's where I was at. I was in the bathroom. When I got out, everything was gone. Like the furniture, the bed, the TV, the stands, yeah, my computer, obviously, everything. It was gone. All of it gone. And when it was all said and done and over with, my cat Shade, she ended up getting killed. She got crushed between the water heater and the what's it called? I think a washer. The washer. She was crushed between those two. I couldn't get her because I had sat her down for just a moment because I was gonna try to call someone at that time, and right when it hit, like I said, it was bad. I don't really try to think about it a whole lot, to be 100% honest with you. I love that cat to death. So, but anyway, so I was homeless at the time. Well, thankfully, my brother, he was living a couple doors down from where I was. Thankfully, him and his girlfriend, they didn't get hit nearly as bad. They got a 2x4 through their wall, but other than that, things were fine, were okay. They lost their vehicles. Obviously, it was sitting out in the rain. You know, tornado happens and all that stuff. So, but majority of their stuff was intact. Their dogs were fine, and you know, so they came and they pulled me out and all that stuff. We ended up going to my sister's for the night. Stayed there. At that point, exhaustion just hit me, and I went to sleep. I knocked that plumb the heck out. I slept on the floor. I think I did anyway. Anyway, so I had all that going on, so I couldn't upload videos for a while, and I was really stuck in a rut, and I still feel like I am, with it being the 1 year anniversary and all that stuff. And I don't want to come back to it as like something to dwell on. I want it to come back and kind of remember, I guess you could say, kind of remember what happened. Because even though it was a really bad experience, and it was horrible, I kind of like to see the good, I guess you could say, in some things. Sometimes I'm pessimistic, sometimes I'm optimistic. It really varies. But I chose to see the good side in it all. What good was it? I don't know, because yeah, I didn't know at the time. So that happens. At work, check this out. At work, while this was all happening, I was out for about a month, just trying to put myself back together. I needed a new ride because my ride was destroyed and all that stuff. And I was a manager, well, an assistant manager at a store I worked and all that stuff. One of the assistant managers of the store, you know, there's like manager, assistant manager, and you got your departments, because I work in retail, and then you got your managers of every department, and then their assistant managers. I was a manager, assistant manager over in Fresh and all that stuff. So one of the assistant manager of the whole store, she didn't like the fact that I was gone for so long, so she ended up writing me up and all that stuff, and she did not have no sympathy for me whatsoever. So I had all that going on, and so I basically just had to end up demoting myself and stepping down, because if I didn't, she was going to fire me, and there was nothing that nobody could have done. So there's that. So I lost my position. Was making good money, but I lost my position, and I had to work nights for a while. I'm an early person. I like to get up in the morning, and I like to go to work, get it done, and enjoy the rest of my day. And then I go to bed around 11, 12 o'clock at night. That's how I do it. So I had that happen to me. And then as far as living arrangements goes, I decided to go live with my brother and his girlfriend. They got hit too. Well, when they got hit, they ended up having to move out of it because they needed to repair the dang thing. So, because apparently, if I remember, there was some roof damage as well. But I mean, all four walls were intact, so I really don't know what they were needing to do. But anyway, we ended up staying in an apartment together. We split the bills 3 ways. And Oh, wow. I'm struggling on this one. I'm kind of going off the top of my head right now, so it's usually how I do it anyway. I don't have a script, so we lived there for about, well, yeah, no, yeah. We lived there since, let's see, we got there in about a week after the tornado, so I'm gonna go ahead and count. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So about 6 months we lived there. At the end of August, there was a house out there that they wanted to move out to, because where we were living at, it was in the city. So where we were at was on the outskirts of the city, which was a whole lot nicer. So anyway, I'm not gonna necessarily get into the whole shebang of what happened, but I ended up disagreeing with my brother's girlfriend. She was trying to control me. She was basically telling me that even though I paid half the rent, half the electricity, and half of everything else, she told me that I couldn't go out past a certain time, and if I was going to go out past a certain time, I couldn't come home. And she was just basically trying to tell me that what I could and could not do, and what I should and should not do. I mean, it's the same thing, but so we ended up having a big old argument about it, because I felt like I was being trapped and all that stuff. And during that whole time too, I really didn't have anybody to vent to about everything that had happened. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the first night that when the NATO hit, I mean, I bawled my eyes out. I was mostly bawling my eyes out because my cat was gone. She was dead. So, but I never really gave myself time to, I guess, grieve or just to process what happened. Because, I mean, out of everybody that was there, I was the one that lost everything. Everything. It was gone. Zip. Gone. Nada. So, anyway, so I had all that going on in my head, and, you know, obviously you would think that, you know, your brother would have your back on certain things and you could talk to them and stuff. Well, in my lines of work, family is just a word to me. I'm not trying to be pessimistic or anything like that, but, it takes a lot for me to get to trust you. And if you want me to actually open up to you, you're gonna have to, you know, either meet me halfway or give me some sort of, you know, something. I need something to know that I can trust you on these things. So if anybody's asking about that, that's why. Yes, it's messed up. Sorry, that's me. So anyway, I got kicked out of that. I ended up just getting booted out of that house. They ended up blaming me for everything. So right now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel more alone than anything right now. I don't really have a whole lot of friends. I have, obviously I have brothers and sisters, but I don't really trust them a whole lot. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't trust them because I'm afraid if I let them in, it's just gonna automatically come back and make me paint as a bad guy. So, the rest of that year, actually, getting past the somber stuff, I will say, even though 2025 was the worst year of my life so far, hope there's never another one. Please don't, please. There was some positives that came out of 2025. Back in the end of September, I was able to go to the place that I wanted to go. I'm making more money. I'm working early hours like I want, because that's just how I am. The manager that ended up writing me up and all that stuff, she ended up getting fired in November. I'm not going to necessarily, obviously I'm not naming names because I don't want this to, blow up into a big old propaganda. I don't even know if people will see this stuff. So, I mean, at this point, I'm just venting to myself. And I guess the big takeaway here is I'm alive. Despite all that, I'm alive. So, yeah. This beginning of this year it wasn't rough. It was me getting back onto my feet. Right now I am staying with someone. I don't know for how long. At this point, I really don't. But yeah. It hasn't been a rough year, but I have been more depressed and anxiety ridden than I have been in my entire life. I've been wanting to try to make videos and all that stuff, and I just can't seem to get myself back into it, even though I was enjoying it. I really was. I was enjoying the hell out of it. I missed Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, which I think I might end up doing something with it. I don't know. I know for a fact I'm going to try to get back into it. I just don't know when. At this point, I really don't. So, trying to get out of this funk that I'm in, because yeah. Anyway, and that's all really I got. I don't really have anything else really going on. That really went on. I lost my job. Well, I lost my position. Lost my house. Lost everything. Lost my cat. Lost my what felt like I lost my family. Pretty much. At least my siblings. So yeah. That's pretty much everything. Oh, also too, I did get a vehicle. I got a replacement. I don't want to worry about that. So, yeah, that's really all I got, guys. If you watch this, thanks for watching. Thanks for sitting through my powwow, my boo-hoos and all that stuff. So, anyway, I will catch you on the next one. Peace out. Be safe.